Once again, it is race day. Finally, we know everybody's been waiting for this. We are here for round 4 of the Bromula One Championship. Baku, the streets of Baku, this beautiful old city, capital of Azerbaijan, I think, if I'm not mistaken, which has provided us with a lot of fun racing through its history of GPs. For example, the two Red Bulls colliding 2 years ago, or Sebastian Vettel getting a little bit over the top and banging wheels with Hamilton for no apparent reason. So yeah, should be an exciting race. I remind you guys that third sector here is basically flat out, so we should see a lot of overtaking. Taking a look at the qualifying results, we have Choki Poppy, the rookie, in P5, Alman Connor P7, Kerio P10, Ficho T9 P12, and the Red Bull of Nosiminator is going to start last, as we also have a front row of Mercedes and a second row of Ferrari. So should be an exciting race. Let's get right into it. 2-5 red lights on board with Aldemar Connor. We are on the way, and he gets a pretty good start, just the same as Bottas, as he goes for it down the inside and bangs wheel with Albon, and he's round. He has spun run, and look at that, there's a massive pile up, and Nosiminator from P10 in one corner goes to P9. What an amazing scenes here in Baku, as Kerio also having a little bit of a tangle with the wall and almost losing some places. Up further ahead, Choki Poppy got a clean start, and he's fighting with the Ferraris. How often do you see this, huh? TORRO Rosso fighting with two Ferraris up ahead, as Vettel and Leclerc were going side by side. Now Vettel comes up a little bit ahead with the Mercedes, following Choki Poppy just close behind. So Bottas really lost out on the start. I think he actually had a 5-second grid penalty, so that is why he started just in front of Aldemar Connor. And as this castle section, very special and very dangerous indeed, as they slingshot the car into there, almost hitting the wall on the right and the wall on the left, just like Leclerc did in qualifying last year, as Leclerc hoping in front of Choki Poppy not to do the same mistake again. As we go into this amazing sector 3, which is basically this left-hander, and then just full throttle all the way to the line. So the TORRO Rosso losing a bit of the touch on, to the Ferraris, because obviously Ferrari power, but it is seeming to making advantage of the slipstream, as he does catch up a bit, as also they are going side by side. So Leclerc goes round the outside of his teammate Sebastian Vettel, the youngling against the veteran. And Choki Pop is going to use this to catch up, as it's visibly that he has caught up a lot in those two first corners, because the Ferraris were fighting, obviously. And this gives the opportunity to once again Hamilton just drive away, as he is already at it. A couple of corners in front, as Leclerc actually goes a little bit off the curve, and that allows Choki Poppy to take the inside into this tricky left-hander. Goes around it, hangs on it, and the Choki Poppy, the TORRO Rosso, has passed the Ferrari. I think that's never been seen before in from Formula 1, so I mean, Bromula One is a lot better, guys. Obviously, as Choki Poppy is so close to the wall, that castle section is really amazing. And now Vettel already also just driving away, with Choki Poppy splitting the Mercedes and the Ferrari. So Mercedes, Ferrari, TORRO Rosso, and then Ferrari, Mercedes is our top 5, as actually I think that Ficho T9 has also had a pretty good start, and he's just behind Valtteri Bottas. So Ficho T9 also profiting from that mistake from Aldemar Connor that basically stopped half of the field on the first corner. So shake and bakes in this first 2 laps of the race, as Leclerc goes down the inside into turn 1 once again, easily making that move on the TORRO Rosso. But now Choky Poppy will have the DRS. Let's see if he's gonna make a move. He's clearly faster with Slipstream and DRS. He actually decides to hang on, and look at that, Valtteri Bottas just breezes past both of them and takes the outside on Leclerc. What a move from Bottas, just overtaking both of them in the straight. I think Choky Poppy didn't see that coming. He just wanted to stay behind the Ferrari. Now we switch over, as I said, Feature T9 close behind this battle as he closes up to Choky Poppy due to the fighting. So Feature T9 not the best qualifying for him. He did help Choky Poppy a lot on his lap, giving him the tow all the way through the from the last corner to the line, and that is probably what brought Choky Poppy up to P5, as he still is in there with Feature T9 making up to 6 positions, having started 12. Choky Poppy up ahead takes a very weird line and loses the rear end of the car, almost spinning him out, and that has lost him a lot of time, as now Feature T9 is right on his tail. The slipstream around here is so powerful, so Feature T9 should be looking to close up and maybe even go for a move. But DRS is now active halfway through the 3rd sector, and then it's just so long until the line. But now Choky Poppy brakes very late, goes wide, comes back onto the track, and that hits Feature T9, and Alex Albon goes straight into the side part of him. Calamities for Choky Poppy. Let's see a replay of that. Bam! Alex Albon goes straight into the side of the sister counterpart.
Oh, honestly! Oh. Sebastian, calm down. Calm down. They are under investigation. I know that is not fair, but calm down.
Heard the engineer talking to Choky Poppy after that unfortunate crash with him losing his front wing, flying off of the tarmac into the air with Alex Albon and almost hitting Nossiminator. He did at the last second see that the Red Bull was coming through. He surely doesn't want to make things between him and Red Bull weird, as he is a Toro Rosso driver. That was a bit of a weird incident. Feature T9 also braked a little bit late, but the line of Choky Poppy just had to come back onto the track and then clipped Feature T9's rear wheel, and that made him spin, as he is basically a safety car going through here with no front wing. Magnussen, the Haas, catching up to him. He's still in the points position, but he's probably going to pit. Well, probably just definitely going to pit, as he once again goes into the wall. As Magnussen goes past easily. Up ahead, Feature T9 enjoying his 4th place after that incident, so no time lost for him. As he actually dives into the pits on lap 4. I don't think he has damage, but he is making an early pit stop, maybe going for that undercut to catch up to the Ferraris up front. Yep, just changing the wires, the tires, or the Alfa Romeo Racing Team. As he comes out ahead, P12. Maybe that's going to be a problem, as he's going to have to deal with traffic, as we see Choky Poppy coming into the pits for a front wing change, putting on the medium tires, and that is going to be a lot of lost time for him as well. As we actually see him coming out right behind Automoto Corner. So Automoto Corner obviously had that crash on the first corner, also having to pit, probably also changed his front wing. So these guys now riding together, driving. These aren't horses, although they have a lot of horsepower. And now Nossiminator also going very slowly Does he have damage, or is he just taking a weird line? P7 would be a really strong race if he could maintain this, having started P20, but obviously he made up 11 positions in the first quarter. So scenes for Nossiminator. I think he does have damage because that left-right combination before the big straight is usually full throttle. So I think, yeah, Nossiminator is going probably to come into the pits to get his car all fixed up. And look at this. Alex Albon has also pitted. Miscommunication from the Red Bull team. And that has cost Nossiminator so much time, as they don't even have front wings ready, they don't even have tires ready, they are not ready for him, and that is just a disaster. 11-second pit stop, if you count the time he's lost having to wait for Albon. I think he's lost about 20 seconds in that pit stop. So, and he's back down to P19 behind Choky Bobby, so he's lost a lot of time. So unfortunate for Nossiminator. Was hoping to see him score some points, as now the two drivers with incidents at the beginning of the race now driving together, and Choky Bobby probably looking to get on with it and make a move on Otmar O'Connor, having fresher tires. So even though this is a racing point track with a lot of power needed, and that racing point engine for some reason is a little bit OP, so Choky Bobby trying to make up for it in the corners, as he visibly is getting closer and closer. But even with Mercedes power, slipstream is also very powerful, so Choky Bobby should make use of that, maybe. Let's see if he's going to go for a move, but we are in lap 6 going into lap.
Can I push yet? I'm going for it.
We just heard here team radio, I have to shut up obviously. So now Choky Bobby closing up on the racing point with DRS and slipstream. Breezes past him. Very easy move for that Toro Rosso Portuguese driver.
Good job, nice overtake.
Maybe we'll see Otmar O'Connor coming back at him into the second DRS section. Otmar O'Connor should have DRS, but Choky Bobby just made two amazing first two corners and was able to get that gap so that the Moroccan Swiss driver couldn't counter on the second DRS zone. Up ahead on the road is Lando Norris in the McLaren. Choky Bobby looking to close that gap to him and make up some positions, maybe even get in the points, as there are some people who have not pitted yet. So this race is not over for Choky Bobby or for Otmar O'Connor or for Nossiminator. It's never over. They all every time they can always make up time and places and get points, as we just saw there. Actually, Sebastian Vettel is out of this race, so that's another top spot made free, and everyone moves up a place. So as I said, nothing's done until they cross the line. As we now for the first time this race, as we see Vettel go slowly on the left and pulling over his Ferrari. Keto, the Haas, P10, very quiet race for him. Yeah, after that he also had a little bit of an incident into first quarter with Future T9, as he just has a lot of speed compared to the Williams of Kubica. I actually think drives into the pit. So Keto actually solid race. P7 as somebody else pitted, and yeah, Keto hoping to keep his front wing and hoping to score some solid points, which he also has not scored so far in this season, and he surely does deserve it. The Haas driver running P7 behind Carlos Sainz, who I think has not pitted yet. So yeah, there's still a TORRO could come up further up the field if he just drives cleanly. As he goes very deep in that corner, almost loses his front wing. Commentator's curse is what that just was. I mean, TORRO just had flashbacks of all the spins and all the front wings broken in the first 3 rounds of this season. Haas has probably written him a big check after the races to pay for the front wings. As we go back to Adam O'Connor, who has lost touch to JbkStone, and is now trying to fend off actually the Alfa Romeo of Giovinazzi. Let's see what the Moroccan driver can do. Going into the straight using his Mercedes Racing Point power. But Giovinazzi, power is not going to be used against Slipstream and DRS, which Giovinazzi just opens now. But actually, as I said that, the Racing Point just goes into another gear. Does it have a 9th gear? And he manages to defend as he goes to the inside. Giovinazzi tries to go the outside, and he does stick the move. A very nice move from the Italian Antonio. And Adam O'Connor started a horrible second turn. Is he going to be able to fight back? He is carrying a lot of speed, banging with the wall. Tries to have a look around the outside. Would be a very surprising move if he made it. And now Adam O'Connor loses another place and goes into P12. As we see JbkStone up ahead, closing in to Lando Norris, I think it is. Or has he already gone past him? I think he has already passed the McLaren driver. But 3 laps to go. Could still happen a lot in this race. So nothing is done until we get to the line, especially on this track, because I mean that sprint and drag race to the line is very exciting. It could be awesome if we see 2 cars or more race to the line side by side, and even have a photo finish, as now we see the speed of the Racing Point getting past Giovinazzi even before the DRS zone.
Nice move. Good job.
So Adam O'Connor gets it back, and now we can confirm up ahead is Lando Norris and JbkStone, with JbkStone having made that move on the previous lap. Lap 11, 2 laps to go. Is Giovinazzi going to be able to close up with DRS? I do not think so. We switch over to Feature T9. Very solid race from him. Very lonely race after that incident with JbkStone. He runs P4 behind the 2 Mercedes and Leclerc. So it should be a lot of points for him if he can keep this on the tarmac. Going into the Castle section. Oh, and look at that, he has just clipped the wall and lost his tire. I mean, commentator's curse at its best. Feature T9 clips the wall with his left front tire, and that just explodes the suspension, getting him out of the race. What a sad ending to an amazing drive from the Serbian prospect. As now everybody moves up a place, and that means that Adam O'Connor is now also in the points. P10.
I am stupid. I am stupid. I switch off everything.
As we just heard from Ficho and saw him get out of his car in disappointment. And now the 2 Hasses. The Hasses. Magnussen and Caro going at it. Hopefully this doesn't end like the Red Bulls 2 years ago. So Caro trying to go around the outside of his teammate. Is he gonna make it stick? Beautiful fighting from the two drivers. And actually Alex Albon, the Red Bull, is close behind, so I think the Haas shouldn't be fighting and just fighting themselves and try to fight Alex Albon, as Albon also overtakes Magnussen, so that did cost Haas, but Kerio comes out on top with the Red Bull. It is very quick in the corners, not so quick on the straights. And we see him try as they tangle into this right-hander. They're just glued together. Alex Albon tries to go around the outside. Magnussen goes down the inside, 3 wide. That's not even possible into that corner. So I don't know what they are thinking, but that's amazing. And Kerio comes out on top again. So very good driving from the Turkish prospect. Looking to keep this P5, which would get him a lot of very nice points. Alex Albon is trying to ruin that. Just lurking behind the... Oh, and we see it. Just switch over to Aldemar Car and see him lose the front wing. Go straight into the wall. And as we see, he is closing up to Choki Pop, but I can confirm Choki Pop does also have a lot of front wing damage. As we see him up ahead, just scraping the wall, almost losing his tire. And now this should be very exciting. Both of them have front wing damage. Lap 12, going into the final lap. Aldemar Corner goes round the outside into the first corner, and he gets the position from Choki Poppy. As we just saw, his front wing there broken on the right hand side. But Aldemar Corner has the same problem. Is Choki Poppy going to be able to fight this back? Aldemar Corner goes defensive into the inside. That gives him a bad line, and Choki Poppy just switchback moves onto the outside. Aldemar Corner squeezes him into the wall. Fair and tough from the Moroccan driver. As behind Lando Norris and Giovinazzi, Choki Poppy and Aldemar Corner leading this group, fighting for P8. Going into the Castle section. They're going very slowly, holding up the two drivers behind them, Aldemar Corner and Choki Poppy, as they have front wing damage. Choki Poppy just takes all the curb with him, manages to close up a little bit into Aldemar Corner. Did seem legal though. And now, as they go to the straight, as I said, this is going to the line. Choki Poppy is throwing everything into it, doesn't care, loses a lot of front wing. Stroll is going slowly and out of this range, which moves them up to P7 and P8. Choki Poppy moves to the left, has the RS, he is going to get it, and overtakes Aldemar Corner just on the line. Amazing scenes here in Baku.
Unbelievable! Unbelievable! Congrats, guys! Grazie mille a tutti! Fantastic travel!
What a race this was. Lewis Hamilton winning, but we don't care about this. It's always Mercedes with Valtteri Bottas third, and actually Leclerc splitting the two of them. So, but what a race between the rookies that went to the line. Choki Poppy snatching P7 from Aldemar Corner. And as we look into the final standings of the race with Kerio, amazing P4 for him after he was behind Lance Stroll, but Stroll crashing out of the race, or I think he had an engine problem, and Kerio takes that P4, so very solid points from him and his teammate actually behind him, so Haas will be very happy with that. Choki Poppy P7, Aldemar Corner P8. So also some good points for the rookies, and actually Nossiminator finishing outside of the points with very disappointing box, which cost him some points in this race, and obviously Ficho T9 crashing out of this race, very unfortunately for him. But yeah, that was it. Another round of Bromula One for you guys. We'll hope to see you next time for round 5, which brings us to Catalunya, Barcelona. So yeah, see you then, and peace.
You know what it's like to ride a Hellcat, like an automobile owned by Batmobile, this and that. I make it go rat-tat-tat. Gun smoke at the back, we inhale that. Pistol back in the pocket, hit the